Hopefully this is all good. Let's see. Let's see. Hang on one sec. I'm live. I live. Let's see. Hey guys, this is it. This is the final day. This is day 100 of the 2 million step challenge. Feet versus belly. I do apologise if I am a little bit dreary today. I did not sleep well last night. I only had about 4.5 to 5 hours sleep, but there we go. Enough of my complaining. So, yeah, I made it, guys. Day 100 to, well, okay, I haven't made it yet. So let's just look at the stats right here. Before I do that, okay. Time to put the cut-off sock back on the ankle. I can't wear shorts outside because people think, or might think, that this is an ankle bracelet, you know, like an ankle monitor. I'm not a criminal. So I've got the Fitbit tucking that in the sock. Right, yeah, there we go. So, hey, how's it going? So here are the stats. This is day 100 today. Steps I've done today so far is 207. Steps completed as of last night, day 99, 1,974,230 steps. The target at an average of 20,000 steps a day, it was 1.98 million. So I'm only 5,770 steps behind target. Easy peasy. That's less than an hour's walking. So the steps remaining today for when I finish this challenge, all I need to do is get this number to this number, 25,770 steps. Man, that's crazy. 2 million steps. So, in regards to this stream, I'm just looking at the stream health, stream bitrate. Okay, well the bitrate should be higher than that. I don't know. Hopefully, let me know in the comments or in the chat. Let me know if this is all looking fine, if the bitrate's fine, if the quality's fine, if the sound's fine. Yeah, let me know in the chat. That'll be fantastic. So, yeah, here we are, guys. Hey up, Mince, how's it going? Does everything look fine? Does it all look good? Are we looking groovy? Looks fab, thanks, mate. So yeah, here we go. This is the end. This is the end of this challenge. In regards to what I'm going to do on stream today, I think I'm only going to do about 5,700 steps, which will leave me 20,000 steps to do. And then I want to get on the walking pad and basically bust out the last 20,000 steps on that. In regards to measuring myself and giving out the results, well, I haven't finished the steps yet, so all the results will be measured after a full night's sleep, and then I'll be measured in the morning. I'm going to do a full body measurement, biceps, chest, belly, thighs, calves, I think I did. So I'm going to do those, and then I'm going to do an audit. So push-ups, pull-ups, chin-ups, dips, squats, leg raises, and I need to do a 10K run as well. I'm going to get my blood test done tomorrow. So that's going to measure kidney health, liver health, like full blood work to see if there's actually anything going wrong with me. And that's also going to measure I'm going to get the glucose test to see if my glucose tolerance has changed at all. And I'm going to have my testosterone checked and my cholesterol checked. So it's quite a comprehensive set of pathology tests. It's quite, it's not cheap. It's about $200 Australian, but it's better to spend that money and know that whether you are or are not healthy. Sorry, the stream was just alerting me to something. Very dehydrated today. And then after I've done my blood tests, I'm going to get my DEXA scan done. So that is going to measure my full body composition, my lean muscle mass, my bone density, my visceral fat, which is the fat all around your organs, and then my overall body fat concentrations. As you can see, long skinny arms, long skinny legs. There's not a lot of fat on these, so the majority of my fat was around my belly, around my midsection, around my organs. That's where it was on the first scan. Also my head. My head was quite round when I started this. It has got slimmer. Still looks a little bit round, but it was very moon-shaped when I started this challenge. So, yeah. So all of those tests are being done tomorrow, and I've got to do my selfies, which are face on, which are pretty much 360 selfies. Get those done tomorrow morning as well. Yeah, so lots of testing, lots of filming to do tomorrow. And then I'll put out a video I'm going to try and get it out on the weekend, or maybe Friday, Saturday, depending on whether you're in the Southern Hemisphere or the Northern Hemisphere, with all the results and seeing what I managed to achieve over the last 100 days of just doing 2 million steps over the 100 days. Now, just to give you a little bit of a teaser, I'm not going to give you the actual results, but to show you where I started, I was 114 centimeters. Let's see, what's the best way to show you? This was my natural standing belly circumference. 114 centimeters. I'm not sure if you can see, but yeah, this is how try and get the camera angles right, there we go. Yeah, this is how much I've lost in fat. Okay, and as I was saying to you, Alex, yesterday, my diet hasn't massively changed. There are days where I have eaten less. I am more conscious of what I'm eating. So where I would have eaten probably an entire box of Maltesers or an entire slab of chocolate in one day. Yesterday I had 2 chocolate bars. I had a Kit Kat Chunky and a Boost. So yeah, it didn't feel great, but I did eat more fruit yesterday. You know, I did eat some fruit. I didn't have my 5 portions of vegetables, but you know, the snacking has decreased. And as I said to Al, like, I'm definitely eating less cheese. I'm trying to drink less milk. I'm totally addicted to milk, and I could easily smash 3 liters in a day. But you know, you're drinking your calories. It's easy to lose track, and I think a liter of milk is about 1,500 calories, something like that. It's very calorie dense. So yeah, I'm trying to stay hydrated, drink more water, and yeah, and not drink so much milk, not drink Coke, not drink Coca-Cola or Pepsi, not the full cream ones, you know, the full fat ones. I'm trying to go for the max version or the diet version, get that aspartame or aspartame or however you pronounce it in me. Yeah, so I've swapped out to those ones. Hopefully that's helping, you know, a lot less sugar. But yeah, man, like, I'm feeling good. Other than not getting much sleep last night, I'm feeling so much better. Look, guys, like, I'm not sure if you saw the first video, but you know, I can squat now and I can hold it. Like, there's no way I could have done that before. I would have just toppled over. I was so fat. I mean, what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Do I look better? I think I look better. Oh, nice. Oh, cool. Oh, hi, Chris. Yeah, thanks for joining in. Yeah, I need a bit of an update for you, Chris, and anyone else who watches this. I finally, thanks Al, I finally managed to save up enough money to quit my day job so I can sort out all these channels and basically produce better, more consistent content. I'm way behind on the other channel, on my life. I did the life audit, I did the shaving video, I did one update, and then it all went to crap. I've filmed vlogs over the last, well, I'm currently on day 262, so 262 days to go of that 950 challenge that I started over on my other channel. So I do have updates for all of those days, all of those portions of my life. So very much looking forward to putting those out. Yeah, guys, like this is all I've been doing. This is all I've been doing for the past 100 days. If I can do it, anyone can do it, because I'm lazy. I could quite easily sit down and play like any online game, not any online game, but Apex Legends. I'm a bit addicted to Apex Legends. I could easily sit down, play that for 10 hours, eat a massive bar of chocolate, big bags of potato chips, go and get a McDonald's and just spend all day doing that. Like, easily do that. I wanted a very simple way to burn calories and get myself back in a position where I'm comfortable and confident going to the gym and starting to work out. I was also suffering all kinds of ailments and injuries, and I needed to ease myself back into being at a base level of health and fitness, and just this is the easiest, simplest way to do it. I've just done some basic stretching in the mornings, just stretching out like this. These ones as well, quite good. Isolating this area. Again, not a personal trainer, not a fitness professional, but yeah, these ones are really good. I have done I've exercised, worked out, and done all kinds of sports and athletics since I was doing athletics when I was in the first school. So I represented the school, I think, when I was 7, and I did that all the way up until 16 when I left school. Represented the county, competed in the south of England. That was for cross country. Yeah, so it might be a good idea to combine it with some whey protein. Yes, so I have been doing that. It will up the calories, but because it's complex protein, is much higher. Basically, your body. Yeah, so I have started doing that in the mornings now, instead of eating chocolate and biscuits and whatever instant calories I could stuff in my face. I have been drinking a banana, strawberry, milk and whey protein smoothie. They do say fitness experts and health experts on social media, YouTube, etc. say you shouldn't drink your calories. Also, you should just eat the whole fruit. That's better for you than drinking it. But the way I'm looking at it is I'm starting from complete scratch with this challenge. You know, I was just sitting down eating junk food all day. So drinking a banana, strawberry, whey protein smoothie is healthier than that. It's a step in the right direction. So I'm not going to penalize myself. There's so much you could look at yourself in any of these health and fitness challenges. You could question this, question that, make you feel bad about this choice, make yourself feel bad about the other choice. I kind of want to forget all that and just do the work. And I find that just doing the work, like doing the steps is the main focus. And like I said before, this is the actual desire, right? My actual desire is to complete 2 million steps. That's the main focus, is do that. as a consequence of just focusing on doing the 2 million steps and increasing the intensity over time, I want a byproduct of that is to crave healthier food, crave healthier fuel for my body, because you just need it. Like if you notice that you can eat junk food, you can eat ice cream all the time until you feel sick. And I think the reason for that is there's not a lot of nutrients in it. But if you get nutrient dense food, meat, vegetables, complex carbs, there's only so much of it you can eat until you go, oh, I'm stuffed now, I don't need any more. I think our bodies crave the nutrients more than anything. And by pushing yourself like this and just doing the steps, I definitely crave fruit more than I ever have before. And I'm definitely questioning why I don't have more vegetables on my plate with every meal. So it's just a natural progression in habits. Rather than going from, okay, I'm sitting down, I'm just watching movies, I'm just snacking every night, to now I have to eat chicken, rice, broccoli, I have to restrict my calories, I can't eat donuts, I can't eat chocolate, I can't do the, it's not really natural for humans to do that. It's not a great way of building up habits. You're just suddenly shocking yourself, and then you're going to crave everything that you wanted before. I find this is a much easier, I was going to say safer in a way. I'm saying safer because having not done anything for a long time, I haven't really injured myself while doing this because I'm just walking, rather than just getting on treadmills, sprinting every day, doing loads of weight sit-ups. I'm not, I'm at a much less risk of injuring myself from doing it this way. So yeah, I think this is, personally, anecdotally, and proof is in the pudding, just a much better way of doing it. If you were a fatty like I was. So, yeah. But you do have to remember to hydrate. That's another thing. Just stay hydrated. What else? Do you guys have any questions about what I've done? Yeah. I think it's very important to also mix up the types of walking you're doing. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, some days I look in the mirror, I can't believe the progress I've made from start to finish, and you'll see all that in the video coming up on the weekend, going out on this channel. The progress I've made blows my mind to the point where I hope this really catches on. This video catches on and just shows people how easy it is to lose body fat. Like how it is easy. I mean, does this look strenuous? It's just, people say it's, well, I don't have the time for it. Everyone has the time for it. Really, you do. Because even when you're doing something else, no matter what it might be, if you're cooking your dinner, you stood at the stove, you stir your pot and whatever, and then you just sort of stand there while you're waiting for it to boil up again before your next stir, and you can just march on the spot. While you're washing the dishes, you can march on the spot. Going out and shopping and buying something in a local store rather than ordering it on Amazon, getting more chores done. Looking around the house going, okay, well, I need to do this, I need to do that. Even like the other night, my partner was like, oh, can you pass me the thing over there? I was like, yeah, okay. So then I did a few laps of the lounge. Not sure how impressed she was. I did a few extra laps of the lounge. Went and got the thing that she asked for. Went to walk back, did a few other laps of the lounge on the way back, and then handed it to her. And it's like, yeah, I got in an extra 100, 200 steps that I wouldn't have ordinarily done. So, yeah. yeah, it's just about maximizing maximizing the amount of work. Work's got horrible connotations because these days work means your boss is giving you someone else's, and it's just stressful and annoying and painful. But yeah, really, it's just calories in versus work done by your body. And yeah, I don't know what else to say. That really is it. If you can subconsciously make yourself do a bit more work by walking, which is one of those subconscious things that's so easy to do, yeah, you're gonna reduce your body fat. So yeah, it's been a crazy journey, but this is not the end. Today, day 100 of this feet versus belly challenge is not the end of this fitness challenge. Chris, you watched on the other channel, you watched my original audit, so thank you so much for watching that and following that. In that video, I said I want to catch up to Chris Evans, etc. All the 1981ers, all the famous, successful, no, I don't want to be famous, but all the successful and wealthy, healthy, good-looking people we know, Beyonce, Casey Neistat, Tom Hiddleston, Serena Williams, Roger Federer, did I say Chris Evans? You know, all these people born in 1981, I want to catch up to them. So this is not the end of me getting fit and healthy in a very, very simple and hopefully achievable way for other people. Tomorrow I'm doing my post 100 days, 2 million step audit. And then Thursday I start my Becoming Wolverine fitness challenge, where I'm gonna see if someone with a general food budget of around $25 a day, no personal trainer, no specialist equipment, can get as fit or as jacked as Hugh Jackman. Can I get as fit as Captain America and Chris Evans? Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see. But I'm going to do that by focusing on actual desires, which are measurable, testable metrics, like measurable metrics. Is that the same word? So that is to do 100 push-ups in a row, 100 pull-ups in a row, 100 chin-ups in a row, 100 dips in a row, 100 leg raises in a row. So I'm going to work towards building up to being able to achieve those. Squatting, I think it was 120 kgs, bench pressing 120 kgs, and deadlifting 140 kgs. Those are my physical actual desires. Oh, and running 10 kilometers in under 40 minutes. So yeah, those are my actual desires that I'm going to focus on achieving, and as a positive consequence of that, my consequential desires of that is I will end up looking as jacked as Hugh Jackman, because I would have trained to be an athlete. I would have pushed my body to be able to achieve all these physical and endurance feats, and therefore I should look like an athlete. So I'm not going into this bodybuilding, with a bodybuilding mindset. I'm going into this with a mindset to achieve specific desires. I nearly said goals. The goals come in as increments of that desire. So yeah, much like this challenge, and that gets into the mindset of this challenge actually. Like with this challenge, if you said to someone you got to do 2 million steps, that's just this challenge is a really great, such a good example of it. So you say to someone, okay, your goal is to do 2 million steps. That's such a massive amount of steps. That's mind blowing. You're like, well, how can I how can I go from doing no steps to doing 2 million steps? How am I gonna, that doesn't feel good. And then you start walking, and then you get to day 4 and you've done 30,000 steps, and you're like, I'm not gonna do it. Like this is gonna take so long, I can't. So forget goals. That's your actual desire. Your goal, forget goals in that, you've just got one goal and then this entire journey to do. You've got your actual desire, your 2 million steps, and then the goals that I set myself was 20,000 steps a day over 100 days. So I set myself 100 goals to achieve on average over that time, right? That way, if I hit my 20,000 steps on day 1, ding, feel good, goal achieved, we're on our way. If I didn't achieve the goal the next day, that's fine. I know how many steps I need to do. I just add up what I didn't achieve to 20,000 steps and aim for that. Just keep going, just keep trying to get to the point. I've kept saying, this is my target and this is how many I've done so far. You're constantly trying to hit that goal, that daily goal of 20,000 steps plus make up for however many you're behind. And I think that's a much mentally healthier way of working towards anything, rather than just saying, like, okay, what's your goal? I want to make $100 million. Right, let's get started. Let's get saving. Okay, well, this week I saved $15. I'm never going to get there, I give up. So, yeah, don't think of the end result as the goal. The goals are the steps along the way to achieving a desire. You've got to do it incrementally. Make yourself feel good. Give yourself positive rewards every time you hit a little goal to achieving your actual desire. Hey Ryan, how's it going? Thanks. Yeah, I can't believe it. It is a crazy amount. It is a ridiculously large amount of steps. Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of steps, but I'm so used to it now. The funny thing is, I did 10,000 steps yesterday, and as we all know, the international amount of steps that people are told to do, 10,000 steps a day. I did 10,000 steps yesterday, and my partner was like, oh no, I did 10,000 steps on the stream. So she asked me, how many steps did I do on stream? I said, just 10,000, it's not too much. And that is the mentality shift. It's like, yeah, just 10,000. And like I said at the beginning of this, like, I'm trying to do, all my goals were to do 20,000 steps a day, and I've got to do 25,770 steps. And I said, it's just 5,770 behind, the average that I'd worked out. That's fine. That's about 50 minutes walking, easy peasy. Whereas to do 5,000 steps when I started this challenge, we were like, really? Like, I probably wouldn't do 5,000 steps a day on average. So, yeah, the overall mentality shift has been phenomenal. And yeah, I'm going to be kind of sad tomorrow and the day after when I don't have these daily goals to achieve, these steps, but they are shifting to be daily goals to doing push-ups, pull-ups, chin-ups, dips, squats, bench press, leg raises, and all sorts of other exercises, as well as working my way towards achieving a 10-kilometer run in under 40 minutes. So I will still have running goals up to that actual physical desire of being able to do 10Ks in under 40 minutes. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm kind of replacing just this one daily goal with about 6. And as well as putting out videos on 3 channels. So it's going to be a lot of work, but I think the rewards will speak for themselves. Yeah. Whew. Definitely need to remember to drink more water though. I am in Australia, however, and I think today is going to be 24 degrees. I think tomorrow is going to be 29 degrees. We're only in spring and it hasn't rained in a while, so the air does feel really dry. We do have to have the aircon on sometimes if there's burning going on, so that does dry out the air as well. So that doesn't help with the dehydration. But feeling dehydrated, I know that I've pushed myself harder that day. I know that I've sweated more, I've breathed more, and you're breathing out your carbon dioxide, you're breathing out the fat that you've burnt. So yeah, it's all good. I don't mind. But I do need to drink more water. As I was saying with Chris earlier on, I do drink a lot of milk, and when I'm thirsty, just grabbing that the milk out the fridge, the nice cold, delicious. Oh, I'm salivating now just thinking about it. I could just glug on. Well, don't do that movement, Nick. Someone might clip that. I could just glug down, you know, pretty much a litre of milk in one go. Just, I find it really refreshing. No matter what how Anchorman says. What was his name in that movie? Can't think while jogging. Yeah, Ron Burgundy. No matter what Ron Burgundy said, milk is a good choice. Yes, so that's what I'm going to do after I get off of here. Definitely this week, I've got to finish the steps. I've got some filming to do for the rest of today. I've got to screen record the final steps and do my reaction to finally finishing it. I'm not going to do the full 25,770 on here, but to your point, yes, I believe I can link all the different channels onto this channel. So there's this one, Get It Done, there's Nick's 950 challenge, and then there's the Resourceful channel, which doesn't have any content on it yet. I've got about 150 videos planned out. I just need to finish doing the steps, and then I can start pumping out the content for that. So yes, all those links will be on this channel. I've got to change the banners. I've got to change the some of the, what do you call them? Like non-subscriber videos. There's like an introduction video that comes up at the top of the screen, the top of the page. I have to change that on some of the channels too. So yeah, there's a bit of work to do, but now I'm freelance. Now I'm just working for myself, and I'm finally out of the 9 to 5 again. I can actually spend some time doing that. Yeah, so very excited to basically get all the crinkles ironed out on all the channels, get everything linked, and then just get the content pumping out for you guys to show you, you know, things like this, where I've managed to improve my life in a way that I think others can do it too. There's just not enough of this content out there. There's too much fluff. I'll tell you one thing I haven't done on this challenge. I haven't manifested anything. I've actually done the thing. There was no manifesting done right now. There was an actionable plan in place, and I did it. Nothing was manifested in the making of this video. Yeah, there's too much fluff out there. Hang on, I'm just going to pull the blinds up. See if this is this better? Am I too bright now? Maybe I'm too bright now. Yeah. There are definitely things that I feel I could have done better. In fact, there are 100%, yes, definitely things that I could have done better on this challenge. There are things I could have simply integrated to make this way more successful. But again, I want to be honest with everyone and say where I failed. I think a lot of people on social media now aren't happy to say, hey, look, I tried it, I wanted to do this, and it didn't work out. And I learned my lesson from it not working, you know? So there are definitely things that I said that I wanted to do on this challenge that I didn't manage to incorporate. And there are things that I wish I had incorporated from the beginning, which would have been really pretty simple, and that would have made my results 100%, not 100%, but probably about 10 to 15% better than they have been. But, you know, that's what you got to try these things. That's how you learn your lessons. That's how you improve. Trial and error. So, yeah, I know for the future, I don't think I'll ever get into the position I was in again. I just don't think. I think if I ever start getting fat again, I'll just start walking more. That's simply it. And where I want to be in the future, the actual desires I want to achieve, health, wealth, skills, knowledge, and mindset wise, I think if I work towards those, or by working towards those, I don't think I'll ever be back in this position. But for other people, there are simple things that they could integrate if they want to do this challenge that will definitely help. So I'll point it out. I'll give you a little spoiler now. So there are 3 things that, I'm not sure if you saw this in one of the other streams I did, but I'm going to poke my belly out. I should really move these. They're kind of clashing with the... Is that better? Is that more hidden? I'll just stick them in here. They're really annoying me. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Right. So, 3 reasons that you look fat. 1, you're fat. You've got an excess of body fat. Number 2, your posture's terrible. And number 3, your core is too relaxed. So this is me sticking it out now. This is not my natural standing state, but I can still stick it out because I haven't done any sit-ups or stomach exercises in this challenge. So you want to look thinner. 1, straighten your body, pull your buttocks in. You're immediately looking thinner because you've got better posture. Number 2, body bracing. This is what I've done a lot of on this challenge, is tensing my core, my sides, and my lower back. And then number 3 is to reduce the body fat, which I've done by doing the steps. So I've made sure while I'm walking that I'm trying to keep a good posture. I'm moving my arms. I do shrug a lot. I like squeeze my back in. That's helped me improve my posture. If you tense your butt cheeks, I saw this on a guy who studies people in the Amazon. It was a TED talk, and he said they never sit down. They squat. They lay down, they squat, or they just stand around. And so when they're standing around, they squeeze their butt cheeks together, and it creates this amazing posture that they've got. So I do that. Body bracing is something that I think Arnie used to do. You don't really hear people talking about it, but you do hear, and I've received comments on my previous walking video that people say you're sucking it in. You're sucking in, but I'm not quite sure what they mean by that, because I brace my core. I'm not tensing it like someone's going to punch me, but I'm keeping it semi-rigid. So I've got a semi-rigid core, I've got good posture, and then the steps have reduced my body fat. And that's how you look thinner. One of the reasons that I looked fat, it's because I was fat, but no, one of the reasons why I looked fat and that no fitness instructor ever talks about, because they're all fit and they've always been fit and they always do sport, they've never had relaxed stomach muscles. And I've had like, you know, a 4.5 pack, never quite had the full 6-pack, but I had a very, very strong stomach back when I was younger. I used to do a lot of martial arts. I used to do breakdancing. I worked very hard on a farm, lifting 40 tons of grapes a day. So I had really strong stomach. I was always quite rigid, still kind of flexible, you know, like it would never cause a problem, but I had a rigid stomach. It was always solid, it was always flat. You could feel the different stomach muscles. But when I was gaming, before this challenge, when I was fat, I couldn't tense my stomach. Like my stomach muscles had stretched out, they'd relaxed. And like even now, I can't even feel a 6-pack. And this comes down to the language. People say, you don't get a 6-pack from doing sit-ups. You do. That's bullshit. You do get a 6-pack from doing sit-ups and ab exercises, but you don't show a 6-pack from doing that. So again, the language that they use is wrong. So you have to work out the muscles for them to be strong and sturdy and capable, but to show it, you have to reduce your body fat. So as part of this challenge, I haven't done ab exercises. I haven't done any sit-ups. I didn't do the leg raises that I had intended to do, but I have body braced. So the way I say, the way I want to show it is, how would I stand if I was in a shop? If I was going to a shop and queuing up, or, you know, to get a takeaway, this is what I would, this is my natural just standing position. So that's how thin I look. I could probably suck it in and tense more. You know, I said I don't know what sucking it in is, but you know what I mean. I can't suck things up into my chest. Anyway, enough of that nonsense. Let's just get some more steps done. How are you guys doing? How many steps do you guys do a day, by the way? Are you guys walking? Or are you guys doing any exercises? Ryan, any more thoughts on the walking pad? Not sure if Al's still here. Just had to double check. Wait, sorry guys. Yeah, where are we up to? We're at 4,600 steps. So nowhere near as much as I should be. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, you just have to find what works for you, I guess. The other day, I did not want to do, I did not want to do any steps. I really didn't. And I said this, I think, on yesterday's or the Saturday's stream. Is I started to live by this is my quote. Okay, you can quote me on this. I have to live in a way that encourages the possibility of success. Oh, you are. You do no steps. just start with 1,000 now. So yeah, this is a Nick special, right? This is I'm just going to grab it here. This is a 950 challenge special. I've heard this nowhere else. Okay, see if you can read that. It's not going to focus. Live in a way that encourages the possibility of success. You heard it here first. Okay, there's no guarantee of success in anything. But if you're not giving yourself the chance to succeed, then you're not going to succeed. Like, yeah, I don't want to do any steps at all the other day. And I just stood up and I was like, oh, I just don't want to. I want to just eat a load of junk food and watch. What am I watching? I don't know. I can't think of anything I'm watching right now. But yeah, I just want to watch some shows, watch some Netflix, whatever, and just do nothing. And I was like, right, just get up and just do some then. Go on then. And I've got the walking pad. So I did just get on the walking pad and I was like, all right. And with the walking pad, I'd crack that out now. With this walking pad, it does make things a lot easier. So I just got the walking pad out. I was like, right, put something on. And I just started doing this. I was like, oh, I don't want to. But I'm gonna, because I need to live in a way that encourages the possibility of success. You know, if I don't do this, there's no chance I'm ever gonna get Hugh Jackman ripped. Okay, so I was like, okay, we'll just do it then. Just get it done. And as soon as I got on and started doing this, I was like, what am I whinging about? Why am I being such a negatron? I should be an Optimus Prime. Oh God, Nick. Yeah, I was just like, what? This is easy. This is like the most basic thing I could ever do. It's not even that hard, but I'm burning calories doing this. So really, what am I complaining about? Yeah, and then after about 10 minutes, I was like, okay, let's just crank this up. And I was like, all right, let's go. And then I've not done this barefoot, but this thing goes up to this fast. Okay, this is as fast as I've really gone consistently on this challenge. It's a light jog. And I was like, fine. And I ended up doing this for an hour and a half. And I was just watching different Netflix and I really can't remember. I think I was watching Real Life Law. Check out that YouTube channel. It's really good. It's just like a documentary channel. Yeah. I was just watching that and I was just like, cool. And I totally zoned out on what I was doing. And after about an hour and a half, just turn that off. After about an hour and a half, I had a full sweat on. I was breathing heavily. My heart rate was up to like 140, but because it wasn't overly strenuous, it was just that constant jog. Man, I felt great. And I think having measured myself between one day and the next, like over the last couple of weeks, I'm measuring myself every day. I think I actually reduced my body fat the most that day. I got a really good sleep. I think I had about 8 hours sleep that night. Everything just came together in the end because I looked at this, and I decided to live in a way that encourages the possibility of success. Yeah, like there's no guarantees in life at all, ever. And a lot of the fitness influencers and the finance influencers, they say you have to do this or you're not going to be rich. You have to do this or you're not going to be fit. No one, who knows what's going to happen in life? But the best you can do is give yourself the possibility of being successful. If you don't allow yourself the possibility of being successful or being fit and achieving what you want to achieve and being strong enough and healthy enough to do what you want to do and live as long as you want to live, then it's all on you and you're just going to live with regret. I know, because I look back at the last 15 years of my life and there are so many things that I regret. There's so many things I wish I'd known that I could have done, that I could have changed, because I didn't know how to live in a way that encourages the possibility of success. There you go. You can quote Nick 950 challenge. That should be a quote. That'll be a quote on Google Images one day when people type in inspirational quotes. I came up with that. That's a Nick original right there, copyrighted. So yeah, I mean, where am I now? 5,266 steps, 67. You see this go up, by the way, after I've stopped, because the watch is around my ankle and my phone, I don't know what it's doing. I don't want to mess with it too much. My phone's over here attached to the computer. So the watch has to update to the phone, that then updates to OBS. And so, yeah, there will be a bit of a delay on this, but It's as accurate as it can be. Yeah, there we go, guys. Any questions? Any thoughts? Am I just like jabbering on nonsense, or am I making sense? Hopefully I'm making sense. Do you guys know anyone who needs to do more steps, by the way? Like, do you know people who have struggled with their, I'm going to say the word that's banned on this channel, with their weight, with their body fat percentage? Yeah, so martial arts. I absolutely love martial arts. I've done Lao Ga Kung Fu kickboxing. I did karate for about 6 months. I did Japanese jiu-jitsu. I did Aikido. I did Jeet Kune Do for a bit. Yeah, I've done all of those, but mostly it was Kung Fu kickboxing. And I used to enter like continuous points fighting competitions when I was younger. And I did boxing training more recently for about a year. So yeah, boxing was great. And then I bust my knee doing just squats after work because I hadn't warmed up. Martial arts is brilliant. One of my actual desires in my physical skills is to do a perfect kick. I can't do it now because I'm not flexible, but it's to be able to throw a perfect kick. Jackie Chan was my inspiration growing up. I absolutely loved Jackie Chan. His kicks back in the day, like even probably now when he's in his 70s, were just technically perfect. They're so good. And I've always wanted to be able to throw kicks like that. So that is one of my actual physical desires with this challenge, and the whole, can I become as jacked as Hugh Jackman? It's a whole kind of trying to achieve those physical actual desires. And so with that, I've got the usual, the push-ups, the pull-ups, the chin-ups, the dips, the squats, etc. Actual desires, 100 in a row of each. But under the skills section, I've got a forward somersault, I think a forward somersault or a back somersault, back flip, I think you call them. I got a windmill, so I want to get back into dancing as well. And now, I'm doing this challenge, like feeling way looser, and see if I can still do it. Where is it? Fingers, knuckles, wrist, elbows. Yeah, still do the wave. There we go. But yeah, so I used to break dance, so I want to be able to do the windmill, because I never quite got to the point where I could keep the windmill going. I think I did it twice, and that was as much as I could do it. So there's all these things that, yes, I'm 43 years old now. People like to tell themselves that they're too old to do stuff, when really we're not. I don't know how old you guys are, or I know how old Alex is. But we're not too old. Like, we are capable. In fact, we're probably more capable than younger people in certain ways. So we're probably stronger. Older people apparently have more endurance. Don't ask my missus. Yeah, so yeah, but yeah, martial arts definitely, there's just something about sparring and boxing. I love throwing a punch. There's just something about hitting a bag. Absolutely love it. There's something about kicking a bag as hard as you can. Absolutely love it. Fighting is a whole nother level of fitness as well. Like sparring. When I used to train when I was younger, this really, really helped me. We used to spar against 2 to 3 other opponents. So you'd have your head guard on, you'd have your pads on your hands and your kick pads, and you just have 3 people coming at you, and you'd have to fend them off, and that has actually saved my life. Not going to go into that story. I'll do that in a future video. But yeah, if I hadn't learnt those skills and that mentality of protecting yourself against multiple opponents, it's one of those life skills that unfortunately we need as human beings. Yeah, but that's the thing. So bringing that back to this challenge is when I was fat and playing games for 8 hours a day, you know, like finish work, jump on the computer, play games, go downstairs, get a McDonald's, get some chocolate. There was no way I could ever think about, okay, what do I want to do now? Do I want to go to a dance class? Shall I sign up next week? Do I want to maybe sign up to a martial arts class and get back into that? Shall I get my mitts out and go on the punch bag? That doesn't happen when you're in that routine of just being kind of fat and lazy, you know? That was me for 3 years. There's no way I could comprehend doing that. But now I'm thinner, and you know, I'm talking to you guys. I've done nearly 6,000 steps. I forgot that I was jogging on the spot while I was talking to you. I genuinely forgot that I was doing it. It's just so natural now. This has taken me 100 days to get to this point where I can now go, okay, what do I want to do now? And you know, Chris, you're like, are you going to get back into martial arts? I'm thinking, well, what martial arts classes are around here? That might be pretty good. At this age, I don't want to get into Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu because I've seen people practicing Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I know people who practice it who have just got injuries in their knees, their shoulders, their elbows. Like, the skills are fantastic, the fitness is fantastic. I had a wrestling match with a friend who had done some, and he absolutely killed me. Like, I stood no chance. When I was doing Jeet Kune Do back in the UK, we had a grappling instructor who was, at the time, this is early noughties, he was the #1 grappler in the UK. And he was a small guy. He absolutely destroyed me. He was just spinning around. He'd get me in like a figure 4 leg lock around my head and all these things. He absolutely destroyed me. And I was like, yeah, I'm bigger, I'm stronger, but against those kind of skills, you know, I didn't stand a chance. But I do prefer pugilism. Is that the right word? I prefer boxing and ducking and diving in a sports way. And yeah, I don't want to bust my knees or have someone else bust my knees because they've got an ego, you know. So I think I'd stick to kickboxing, maybe try Muay Thai, something like that. Yeah, fighting fit is just a whole nother level of fitness. Yeah, but then yeah, breakdancing. Maybe I could be the next Ray Gunn. You know, maybe I could be in the Olympics. What the hell was that? What was she doing? Oh no, the ray gun dance made people leave. Never do the ray gun dance. Okay, so I've actually done over the amount of steps I had intended to. Who's still here? Sorry, I just had an alert come up on my phone. Yeah, you still here, Al? Yeah, I will for the future figure out how to get music on these live streams. I think it does make it a bit more interesting, a bit more watchable. And for me, I'm like you, all I can hear is my own voice. So yeah, I do love music. Music's a very important part of my fitness journey. And one thing I thought about, I'm talking about on this stream as well, is that I've started to consciously stop myself from watching content, stop myself scrolling on Instagram, stop myself from watching YouTube, other than my channel, of course. I've got to watch all these videos and streams. But other than that, I am consciously listening to music over watching content. Yeah, if I find my productivity goes through the roof, I'm way more motivated. And basically, before mobile phones existed in the way they do, I had my Sony Walkman MP3 player, and I would just listen to music all the time, and I was always motivated. I was at the gym whenever I could. I was out on hikes. I just felt pumped to be doing stuff because I was always listening to my favorite music, rock music, EDM, whether it's Chemical Brothers, Daft Punk, whatever, bit of Justice, just listening to some hard house, something like that. Yeah, I always felt pumped to be productive. Now, with a mobile media center in your pocket, it's so easy to sit down and start scrolling, and then before you know it, 45 minutes has gone by and you're just looking at comedy memes on Instagram or TikTok, if you watch that, or YouTube Shorts. The scroll factor is so easy to do. So now what I do, instead of doing that, is I think, okay, automatically give me some dopamine. I go to pick up my phone and I think, wait, what song do I want to listen to now? And I put on, I know a lot of people listen to music through their phones though, but yeah, I put my headphones in and I put on a song, and that will completely change the next 45 minutes. I'll be way more productive. So I don't know if you guys want to try that, or if you like what your relationships are with music, but yeah, for me, that's an absolute game changer, to the point where I'm actually thinking about, or I'd like to get a dumb phone. This is a modern Samsung, and it just draws my attention all the time because there's so much entertaining content out there. But yeah, cheers guys, I'm getting thirsty. Right, how long have we been going? We've been going an hour, guys. So, as you can see, oh yeah, no worries, Chris. Thank you so much for watching. Awesome. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Really do appreciate your support. Thank you for coming along. Yes, honestly, really do appreciate it. Thanks for chatting today. It makes these streams so much better when people chat and join in, so really do appreciate that. Thank you for staying up so late. I hope you managed to get a good night's sleep, and yeah, good luck, all the best, and like I say, I hope you enjoy the video when it comes out at the weekend. It'll be this weekend, so keep your eye out for that. Thank you so much. All right, take care. Al, are you still here? It's probably quite late for you. He's probably nodded off while watching. I don't know. So yeah, I'm gonna have to go anyway, Chris. If you're still on, or whoever's still on, I think I'm gonna have to go anyway because yeah, I'm at an hour. I did only intend to do the 5,770 steps, but I've shown you guys, like, I've walked for an hour and I've done nearly 7,000 steps. So 3 hours over your day, an hour in the morning, hour at lunchtime, hour in the evening, you could easily do 20,000 steps, 21,000 steps. Yeah, it's possible. But yeah, I've just hit 7,000, so I've got 18,700 odd to do. I'm going to hop off. I'm going to record the last few steps with the camera, but I can't record it while I'm streaming. Yeah, I'm going to film it all. Going to do a little celebration when I finish. Don't know what I'm going to do yet. Should have planned that out. But I'm going to get all the tests done and everything tomorrow. I'll do a community post update. And like Chris asked about, there are going to be updates coming up on this channel with all the other channels I've got. And there's just going to be a lot more content coming out because I have to. I've got to pay the bills. And I've got to update you guys on the journey. And there are just so many important lessons I want to share with people that I've learned through trying to improve my life in every way: health, wealth, skills, knowledge, and mindset. So yeah, very excited to find out the results tomorrow. We'll find out on Saturday when that video comes out. So thanks for watching. Thanks Chris, thanks Al for watching. Thanks to everyone who watches this after the fact, after this has gone up. I'm nearly there, guys, nearly at 2 million steps. I can't believe it. All right. Peace out, guys. Take care and take it easy at the same time. Take care, take it easy. I'll see you in the next video. All right.